Hello, my hungry little goblins. My name's Jay. Welcome back to my channel, and this is Fright Night Feast, where Halloween and horror and food is a lifestyle. Guys, look at this mountain of golden gleaming mac and cheese. Yes, friends. I'm so excited. This is the brand Annie's Vegan Mac and Cheese. I have 2 whole boxes right on this plate, and I am ready to get down. And I also have here some Morningstar mini corn dogs that I'm really excited. I thought I'd make more, but I don't know. Look at this pile. I don't know that we're gonna get through all of it. So let's get started. Let me put these boxes down. And for your daily dose of ASMR, of course, I'm so excited. I'm so tired and so hungry, and mostly hungry. Also been sweating my balls off all day. My boyfriend is so tired of me whining about how hot it is because it's freaking hot in North Carolina. Let's take a bite. Guys, if you have not had the vegan mac and cheese from Annie's, I swear it tastes just like the Kraft mac and cheese. A little tiny less saltier and less powdery cheesy tasting than your Kraft mac and cheese, but so good. So good. It's like $3 a box. I find it at my local Harris Teeter. I don't even have to go to Whole Foods or something like that. They have it in normal grocery stores. Okay, one more bite because I'm dying. Just kidding, I need more. Okay, time for some mini corn dogs. Like my shirt, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, and it has Freddy. So I didn't have mustard, and I don't have a whole lot of ketchup, so my answer is mustard barbecue sauce. I don't know. I hope you guys don't think that's gross. I don't know. I love the mustard barbecue sauce, but I've never really had it with corn dogs. I'm sure it's not bad. I don't know if you guys had this when you were growing up in your school lunches, but they would serve corn dogs every now and then, and it just reminds me of middle school, really. So today we have a really interesting topic. I want to talk about the Dyatlov Pass Incident in Russia. It's a big conspiracy because it's still unsolved today, and about the movie that was inspired by the real incident, and the movie's called Devil's Pass. So let's just talk about the actual real incident / conspiracy. So the Dyatlov Pass Incident involved 9 young hikers from Russia. And they all go up to the Ural Mountains, and this happened in 1959, and they all died due to circumstances that literally no one knows. They're still trying to figure it out. And if there is a conspiracy theory about it, it's been already thought of for this incident. So what happened, what was found was that 5 of the 9 people, 9 hikers, 5 of their bodies were found about a mile from base camp. Most, if not all, of their clothes were off their body. They sustained ridiculously terrible injuries, crushed skulls, and even one girl had her tongue ripped out. I don't know if it was ripped, but it was not in her body, and I don't know if they found the tongue. So good. I'm so hungry. So those 5 bodies were found a mile from base camp. The 4 other bodies, I think they were found around the actual camp, but they were in a similar condition. They didn't have a whole lot of clothes on, and they sustained similar injuries. And people have thought, is it a government conspiracy? Is it aliens? Is it demons? Is it ghosts? Was it some crazy like weather issue? Because sometimes in extreme cold in extreme cold weather, your mind begins to play tricks on you, and you start stripping off clothes, and you think that it's warmer than it actually is because your body is actually breaking down due to the extreme temperatures, which is crazy, right? But to this day, so that was in 1959, I can't do math. Well, like 50 plus years ago, they still don't know what the heck happened up in those mountains. Well, so good. Guys, vegan food today is not just salads. It's pretty great. Not healthy, but delicious. So, the Devil's Pass movie is sort of like an answer to all those unanswered questions about the Dyatlov Pass incident that happened in real life. The Devil's Pass movie, basically what the movie proposes, or rather what direction they decide to take it in, is that the Russian government had found sort of like a wormhole type of thing in the Ural Mountains, and they were trying to perfect teleportation so that they could use it as a weapon in the Cold War. And they were sending like humans through the wormhole, and then things were going terribly wrong. They were coming back, and they were coming back disfigured and completely different creatures even. So they decided to abandon the experiment / mission and just hide it from everyone. So when the 9 hikers came into what is now known as Dyatlov's Pass, the movie sort of leads you to believe that the Russian government killed them so that they could keep the secret of the terrible experiments and the wormhole thing in the mountains an actual secret. So that's why they killed off the 9 hikers. And the movie is filmed in found footage style, and it follows 5 college students. They receive a grant to film a documentary on the incident and find out what really happened. And so they actually go and they find out that it is, the Russian government trying to hide all these terrible experiments. So good. There's so much on here. Just 2 boxes makes so much. And so while they're up in the Ural Mountains trying to figure all this out, the college students, things start to really get crazy when an avalanche comes. Before the avalanche, 2 of the students find the door to the secret experiment place that the Russian government is trying to hide, and they didn't tell the other campers. And then the avalanche comes, people died in that, and they all try to sort of escape because now Russian government officials are chasing them. When the avalanche happened, they sent up a flare, and they saw 2 people approaching, coming to help them, but really they were the Russian government officials, and they started to shoot at them and chase them. And so they went into the door that they found previously, and it led them to the underground experimental bunker with the wormhole, and they find the sort of creatures that have been there and hidden by the Russian government. And they also find a camera that is exactly the same camera that they are actually using to film everything. And that's when it starts to suggest that there's sort of this like time loop, because they look at the camera's footage and it's them in the footage, literally like 2 minutes ago, going through the same exact motion. So they're freaking out, like, what the heck is happening? What are they seeing right now? The creatures are chasing them, and they end up sort of being chased into the area where the wormhole is. And they sort of like are talking it out. They figured out that, you know, that's probably how they got the whole teleportation thing to work. It's this sort of mystic, cosmic, whatever wormhole thing in these mountains. Well, oh, I'm just spilling mac and cheese everywhere. Well, they decide that they can either go into the wormhole and figure out, you know, where they could end up, or they could go back and face the creatures. Well, the creatures are certain death. They know that for sure, but the wormhole is still unknown. So they go through the wormhole, and they're actually transported back to 1959 when the hikers from the first time around, the Dyatlov Pass, before it was Dyatlov Pass, were discovered. And so they were found unconscious in 1959 and on the side of the mountain, and the Russian government officials take them into the bunker, and it turns out that they had been horribly disfigured due to going through the wormhole. And then the camera sort of pans on the main girl's tattoo here, because earlier in the movie she mentioned that she had one angel wing tattoo right on her underneath her ear, and the camera pans onto the disfigured bodies, and it's the girl, of course, with her angel tattoo, and it's actually the creatures that were chasing them in the present day that they were hiding from and forced them into the wormhole. Does that make sense? It didn't make sense to me right away when I finished the movie, but it's basically all this time loop, and they went into the wormhole, went back into 1959, and then they became the creatures that were chasing them in the underground bunker in present day. Guys, it's a wild freaking movie. My friend Josh from Lousy Hunter Donuts, you know that I love my Lousy Hunter Donuts. I had those donuts in a previous video. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. But Josh is the co-owner with his wife of the donuts, and he told me about this movie, and I trust his taste so much. Every time he tells me about a movie, I have to go watch it because I know it's going to be good. And when he told me about this movie, and I figured out it's about the Dyatlov, well, he told me it was about the Dyatlov Pass Incident. I'd already heard about the actual incident before, so I was immediately interested. And I found the movie the next day on Hulu. So it's on Hulu, but you actually have to have the Showtime add-on subscription, and I just used the free trial. But it was so worth like kind of trying to figure out how to watch it, because that movie was so good. It was so scary, and at first you're just confused for most of the movie. You're like, oh, stuff is happening. You're about to go into some scary mountains and you're going to try and reenact this hike expedition that failed miserably and everyone died. Craziness. So this movie, Devil's Pass, came out in 2013, and it has on Rotten Tomatoes a rating of 50%. Not that great. But don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, really, because horror movies notoriously get rated badly. It's just not fair to them for you to like judge it on ratings like that, especially on Rotten Tomatoes, because there are some bougie ass people making those ratings and they just don't know about the horror community. Truly, this movie is such a gem. For one, I love the found footage sort of style. I used to hate it because it used to make me sick, but I feel like they've gotten better over the years, and they make me less sick these days, and it just adds to a certain air of creepiness and realness that, I mean, I was at home alone watching this movie and I was like, I am not ready to face my house alone now after this movie. And what's crazy about this movie too, it's not inherently scary throughout the whole movie. The last couple moments were definitely really scary, but it's just like the conspiracy of it all and how the ending was, where it was basically a time loop. I don't know why, but that really just stayed with me. Like, it messed me up. It was in my brain for a while, and I was like, I mean, first of all, my thing is, how crazy it is for you to just be like, I guess we're gonna go through this wormhole and see how it goes. I feel like, I guess that's a solid option other than certain death with the creatures. But I don't know, part of me was like, maybe I'll chance the creatures. And then my thing is, after you get to the outside of the mountain, if you escape the creatures, or if you go through the wormhole and get to the outside of the bunker, like they did at the end, you still have to hike all the way back. You have no more gear. Like, you're screwed either way. Excuse me. Man, so good. I feel like as much as I eat, I'm not making a dent. What I really liked about this movie was the different characters too. The main girl was so gung-ho. She had mentioned earlier in the movie that she'd always been drawn to the Dyatlov Pass Incident. And she was the motivating force for a lot of the people in the group to just keep going and pushing themselves in seemingly dangerous positions. Like when it was when one thing, they were starting to really freak out about things because they'd been hearing noises and seeing footprints in the snow. She was like, no, we have to keep going. And everyone was like, we just want to turn around. There's always that one person in the group that just wants to take things too far, and then everyone else pays for it. Oh my gosh. It honestly kind of made me think of very Grave Encounters, like, where you go there, it's a found footage film for one, and then they go to like film to find out, you know, some answers or truth about something that rumors they had heard previously. And then all sorts of crap goes wrong. I mean, I love it. I freaking love it. And I kind of liked how it wasn't like about ghosts or demons, which I wouldn't have minded, but I just really like sort of the time warp thing. It's really interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm so hungry. Like, I'm just plowing through this. I didn't think I'd be able to get through most of it, which, I mean, there's still time for me to give up, but these mini corn dogs are amazing. You guys have to check out Devil's Pass. And read up on the Dyatlov Pass Incident because it's super interesting. And I didn't get too deep into like what everyone's theories were, but you know, people were like aliens, demons, ghosts, blah blah, government conspiracy. I mean, and it's still unsolved today, so I'm sure there's so many different theories floating around. Oh man. Also, the scene when the avalanche happened. Avalanches are like one of my most ridiculously irrational fears. Like, I don't know why, but every time I see an avalanche happen in movies, I'm like, that's messed up. Like, I would just give up and die if I saw an avalanche approaching. Like, there's really no way of you making out of there, making it out of there without sustaining some crazy injuries or dying. Like, because it's just thousands of pounds of snow, like, hurtling at you at a ridiculous speed, with speed and gravity and all that weight. You're just screwed. And if you guys ever been skiing or snowboarding and you like fall face first into a patch of like icy, crunchy snow, crap hurts. It hurts. Like, your face is red and it's burning and it's cold and everything's uncomfortable. So I just can't imagine all of that just being on top of your body all of a sudden. Like, you're screwed. Man. I was watching it while I was at home alone, and I was trying to text people while I was watching it because I was too freaked out to be like fully zoned in and focused, because it was just getting creepier and creepier. And I was like, please someone talk to me while I'm watching this, because I'm just gonna freak out if I'm just focusing on this movie in the dark in my house. I do this all the time. It's fine. I'm fine. Well, my friends, okay, one more little corn dog. I thought I was done, but Gosh, these are good. I know. I was trying to say goodbye. Okay. For real. Go check out the movie The Devil's Pass, or I think it's just called Devil's Pass. And check out the Dyatlov Pass Incident. You will be captivated. 4 hours. You will probably go down a deep, dark internet wormhole of like conspiracy theories. And I know y'all are out there who love that stuff. So enjoy. I hope you loved the video. I wrecked some mac and cheese and corn dogs. I know this is such a weird meal, but it was so delicious. Anyway, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful, spooky day. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm bringing more spooky stuff to you. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Bye.